He raised his aluminum beer bottle to me and smiled big. There she is. I was getting worried about you, girl. Haven't seen you all day. I sat down on the edge of the chase next to him. We had to shout over a numeral. Sorry, I just worked a really late shift. How is your stay going, Mr. Kilday? He tipped the bottle upside down, finishing the last of it. Pretty good, except you don't have motto, only Corolla. We serve it inside. Our distributor only carries it in glass bottles, so we can't serve it at the pool. I cheered into the water. It looked like it always did, clear and blue. The tall, eerie figure thing was nowhere to be found. He seemed to notice where I was looking. Hey, you still on for tonight? You and me? Dinner? I was having mixed thoughts about that, so I didn't want to commit. Real quick, first. So, Mr. Kilday, we've had several noise complaints about loud music coming from the pool area. I started, still shouting, and I almost don't want to say anything because, well, I know how I'd feel if my anniversary and my partner couldn't make it. And sorry again, but he lowered the music before I could even finish. He adjusted his sunglasses and let his mouth hang open for a second. I thought you said no one was staying here because you were, remodeling. Had I just made him mad? I couldn't tell. I replied in a soft, measured tone. There are still some guests here, and most of them overlook the pool. I waited for him to react. The hairs on my arms bent over back. As the strange sense of static all around me returned, my skin felt cold and my insides turned hot. I didn't dare look back inside the water. I wonder if Kilday could tell I was scared. He just let it hang in the air for a few seconds. Then he popped open another Corolla bottle. Nah, I'm just playing. I'll keep it down. Hey, are you right? You look like you've been through some shit. I exhaled, and the unpleasant sense went away. I'm fine. It's just when you do this work long enough, people get to you sometimes. I didn't know why I was just openly up to him like this. I barely knew him, but it just came so easily. Good thing we're grabbing dinner later. You can tell me all about it. You're still down, right? I should have brought up seeing his symbol again on the SUV's rear window last night. I should have pressed him about the nature on this vague partner of his, but I couldn't. I wanted him to like me and sought for his approval. I caved. Yeah, sure. Where did you want to eat? Right there, at the aquatic table. The aquatic table was our oddly named upscale restaurant. It used to be called something like that. Made more sense, but corporation wanted to rebrand it, and this is what they came up with. You want to eat here? I asked. I was thinking somewhere off property. My partner says it's the best seafood in town. I knew eating on property with a guest could be a bad look. I could actually get in trouble for it. But the GM and Amsha went around and there was just something about Kilday that made him impossible to say no to. Okay, we'll eat here, I replied. My girl. He clapped his hands together, ecstatic. The aquatic table, 8 a.m. Let's pre-game. We have one on me. He offered me a Corolla from his bucket. I knew I'd cave and drink with him later, but my stomach couldn't handle alcohol at this moment. I'm a lightweight. Sorry, let's wait until tonight, I said, picking up one of his empty bottles and cheering him with it. I checked my phone once I left the pool deck. I had a dozen work reply texts, but one of them in Pacific I'd been waiting for, Ned, had finally texted me back about Kilday's symbol. It read, "We can't text about this. It's not safe." I didn't usually take Ned seriously, but if I was ever going to, I realized this might be the time. But the thought of flaking or canceling on Kilday was even more nerve-wracking. Plus, I really did want to eat with him. I texted Ned to say thanks, then went back to the lobby. I knew I would see Ned at work the next evening. I could ask him more about it then. The rest of my workday was relatively drama-free. I checked with security again to see if Maury had found the black case, but he had gone home. The guard on duty after him said Maury hadn't told him about anything about it. Then 8 p.m. arrived. It was time for the dinner. The aquatic table was giving this weird nautical meets billionaire kitchen vibe that never glared for me. Lots of dark, polished wood, fake fruit bowls, and garnished countertops violated with fisherman nets and steered helms, whatever people seemed to like it. I had eaten there before, and the food was actually great. "Don't tell anyone I'm doing this, okay?" I told Terry, the elderly waiter I hoped would be serving us, but when I walked into the lobby, he winked and held his finger to his lip. Then he leaned in and whispered, "Oh, pray, you deserve a good meal here, more than any of these motherfuckers I see every night." That was a good sign. I could trust Harry. He walked me over to a table in a semi-secluded corner of the restaurant. Being midweek with the hotel nowhere near full, the restaurant was practically empty. 2 other parties were seated, but not near us. Kilday was already waiting for me. He wore black jeans and a white and silver button-up that would have looked at home in a Vegas nightclub. CD 2008. His buttocks was impractical. He stood and pulled the chair out for me. I didn't have a change of clothes, I said self-consciously as I sat down. "Don't worry," he said, then paused. "You look good." It was awkward for all of 3 seconds. "You ready for that drink?" he asked. "God, yes," I said immediately. Terry took our drinks. Kilday had Irish whiskey net. I had vodka soda. I noticed there were 3 place settings and 3 glasses of water in case my partner gets here while we're eating, Kilday explained. "Are they coming tonight?" He shrugged. "We'll see."